just
mute
thought
it. Boom, there we go.
and see
Okay.
if you wanted me to do anything else before we started.
I'm ready to go if you're ready
Yeah,
to
I'm
go.
just driving around on
Let me
Vegas.
just
Can you?
be turned.
Sorry, I need to pull Constantia
I
in
gotta
here.
turn my
Actually, I'm just gonna pull
phone
you.
stuff down.
I'm just gonna pull you guys into this room because sometimes people like to
Okay.
it's locked unless you're a mod. So I feel like that's a bit better. I
Also, people would come in and just like scream
well,
random things. That's
no,
fun.
not that's like people are usually pretty respectable, but sometimes like
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know, it just eliminates problems. Hey Apache, how are you? Aries, how's your day going? Snack just left me for like 2 seconds. Oh my god, you guys.
I just want to steal your multi command before we start so I can put it in
Okay,
my channel.
it's there.
Where is it?
Oh my god.
Let's see, multi.
Maybe I'd have no
Okay.
idea of how I'm gonna be able to concentrate if I'm driving this Sparrow around. How intense are these questions?
Oh, not that intense.
Are you sure?
And I'm going to be asking you some, and Alex will be asking you
Not
some.
acceptable.
Is he still in
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, of course.
Hi,
Okay.
Ellen.
I didn't. Like, I can't see you. Okay, copy. I'm trying to copy this
All right.
command.
Hey, it
Do you
turns
want me to
silent
post
and
it?
stuff. I can barely hear her.
Why?
I'm I'm trying to copy it.
Why
Hold
does it
on, let me
only
just.
work when Consensu types it? Doesn't make any sense.
I don't
It
know.
doesn't make any sense at all. Oh, it did because he typed it like 2 seconds before you. She doesn't want
Okay, let's
teammates.
see.
Okay, Gingies, yo, that was me in Halo. People didn't want to be my teammate. I was like, what color are we? Halfway through the match, all the time. All right, we should time it. Is this my fastest sparrow? Is there a difference between sparrows?
Yeah.
Which one's my fastest one? Oh,
Is there?
what is this?
There's
This one
slow
has
ones
more
and fast
boost.
ones.
There's what?
There's slow ones and fast ones.
Okay, how can I get a fast one? This okay. It says okay. See, this is weird because this one says
I mean, like the
okay.
SRL ones are all the same.
Downward to Beast, thanks so much for the follow. Okay, but listen to this. Okay, so I have this Grave Robber and this Raven Seal, but the Raven Seal says it's 160 speed, and the Grave Robber says it's 150, but it has better boost, like way more boost, and more durability.
You're gonna have to test it.
Because this one says it's gonna explode. I don't know if I'm gonna get picked for this. I'm actually just afraid. I'm like, holy smokes, what am I gonna do if I have to race this Sparrow? Like Lord help me.
Well, you got a little time to practice, right? It's the 18th, and I think they're announcing it the 13th.
They're announcing who's racing on the 13th.
I thought they were announcing beforehand because I know it's the 18th is the it starts.
I don't know.
Are you ready for the interview?
Yeah.
Schmalix, would you like to lead off with the first question?
You go. I can't. I have to click into
Okay, I will.
I have to click into him. I have to click into him.
Okay,
I can't
I'm
possibly
playing.
ask a question.
I'm playing.
guys, today we're talking with Snackless. She's an amazing streamer, a kindergarten teacher, hails from Canada. A very cool person. Very good at
Oh my
PvP, by the
gosh.
way. I once saw her play Iron Banner 100 level lower than everybody else with blue weapons leading the team.
That's
She's
true.
insanely good.
I wasn't screaming. I don't
it's
do
all
that on
true.
stream.
Right. It was off stream, but it was fun. I wanted to lead off the interview by asking you, what hobbies do you have outside of streaming?
I've played like some sports. Normally, I play on a volleyball team and I coach a girls' volleyball team, so that's something I do outside of stream. I'm also I paint, and so I'm the resident artist at a pottery studio, and I feel like a lot of people don't know that. So they like showcase my artwork. It's like a lot of Miyazaki and some like tree-inspired artwork, and people commission me. So I do those things. Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of cool. So they keep my artwork on display, and then people can commission things like specific things that they like for me to paint.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if I bake a lot. That helped me get my first job.
Nice.
So yeah, I think those are probably the most exciting things I do outside of stream. Crafts all the time.
Well, I gotta ask then, have you ever thought about creative streaming?
I stream creative like once or twice. Last year I
Okay.
gave away a fan sign and then I drew it on stream under creative. I did two
Okay.
fan signs under creative, but I don't think I did anything else.
Oh, okay. It sounds like that'd be interesting to see though. Yeah, your
Yeah,
art.
I think. Oh, I would love to paint like pottery mugs, but I don't have like all the stuff that I would
Yeah.
need, like at my house. So that
Oh,
would be
okay.
kind of tricky. But oh, and sometimes I do some work with clay too. Like I've sculpted some stuff. I've considered doing those things, but then I also think that I'd have to like revamp my office. Like I feel like I don't know. I feel like it'd be better to do things like a week by week if I was doing them like mixing and creative, because
Oh,
then I'd be
okay.
like tearing my office
Makes
apart.
sense.
Because oh, and I did do I did some baking on Periscope. You said?
I
Yeah.
remember that. What did you bake
I
though?
made what did
I
I make?
don't.
Oh,
Did.
I made like a mini apple crisp, and then I
Oh,
also
okay,
made
okay.
what else did I make? Oh, I made pumpkin tarts. I think that's the only things I Periscope
Nice.
though. Yeah.
So let me ask you, what got you into
Okay.
gaming?
So when I first started dating Wathby, a year after we first got
Okay.
together,
Wait, let me ask you. Wafty
Wathby's my
is.
husband.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So his name's Matt, but he's Wathby in my stream. And so when I first started dating Wathby, we've been together 10 years. So like maybe like 9 years ago, a year and a bit into our relationship, he was trying out for this like really intense hockey team and he broke his ankle into 3 places.
Oh, 10 years.
Yeah, it was really terrible, and he dislocated it, and then he ripped his Achilles. Like, so it was a really, really terrible break. And
Oh
so,
shit.
basically, he couldn't play hockey, he couldn't move, and he lived in this like really small town at the time, and so we were basically like stuck there with nothing to do. And that was when Halo 3 came out, and so they're like, oh. Hey, like just start playing a little bit of Halo 2, and then like when Halo 3 comes out, you can play with us. Okay, like I'd never played a first-person shooter before in my life, so I like had a really hard time with the controls, and I couldn't even move around the map, and I couldn't walk upstairs. And they were basically like, they were like, hold the trigger and like run up to them, and when you get close to them, like melee them. But they were like push this right thumbstick, and I was like, oh, okay, I can do that. So I played like 2,000 games, and I would die and die and die and die and die. It was so embarrassing. They're like, okay, if you die more than 20 times, you have to sit in the corner. And
Oh
then
my god.
they were like, hey, you died 20 times, you have to go sit. And I was like, no, I don't want to. Like, I don't want to sit by myself in the corner. And, oh my god. And thank goodness my team was still, like, the boys that we used to play with were so good that they would win anyways. But they were get so frustrated with me because we'd be like halfway through the game, and I would be like, what color are we? There'd be like 25 kills in the Halo game. I'm like, what color are we? And you're
Oh
like,
my
Shannon, are
god.
you serious? Like, are you serious? Because it's only red and blue. They're like, you should know. And I was like, okay, right. I totally know what color we are. Like, it was terrible. And then, anyways, after 2,000 games, I finally figured it out. I was like, oh, maybe I shouldn't run into the middle of the map.
So basically, you got better because the fear of sitting in the corner,
Really,
right?
yeah, that was essentially it. And then also, after
Oh, that's
2,000
funny.
games of an auto rifle, I was like, is there not a better gun? Like, is there?
Oh
And
my
then,
god. They didn't tell you about the
then I
pistol?
got like a battle rifle, and then like
Oh,
I
okay.
ended up becoming quite good at Halo, but it took a long time,
That's awesome.
really long time.
That's good though. Like it shows that like you were able to stick with something, and get better at it.
Yeah,
That's
it was
cool.
painful for them, I'm sure.
Smalix, would you like to ask the next question,
Oh, yes.
my friend Smalix,
course.
my co-interviewer?
Well,
Thank you.
hi, Snackless.
Hi,
Long-time
Schmalix.
caller, first-time viewer.
That's a lie.
Oh my gosh.
So, what we'd like to know next is, how did you discover Twitch?
Oh, okay. So I was playing Destiny since probably like a month after launch, and I was just playing like for fun. I should say casually because I was actually really intense, and I never missed a raid. I never skipped anything. Like I was like, Matt and I were supposed to be sharing my like a console because I got a PlayStation 4 for Destiny, and then that was not going so well because I'm not very good at sharing. And I was like, no, I need to raid. Like I can't possibly let you on here because I'm busy and I need to raid, etc. And I used to just like post pictures of like my adventures and my KD and like basically like showing off my stats on my personal Instagram until one of my friends was like, hey, you're really good at this game. I was like, oh, I'm like, that's cool. He's like, no, you're really, really good at this game, and I think you should. They're like, I think you should stream it. I was like, no, I don't want to. And they're like, I think you should think about it. I was like, no, thanks. So then I did think about it though after they put that bug in my ear, and then I did a little bit of research. By like means I mean like how to stream from a PlayStation. I got a camera. I'd never watched another Twitch stream before in my life, and then I just like hopped into it. I was like, okay, let's try it. Yeah, kind of crazy. That's how that all started.
Nice. Well, along those lines, Snackless. That's a pretty OG name.
Yes.
How'd you come up with that? How'd you
Okay.
get that one?
Yeah, so I told this story this morning actually to K Magic because they were curious about my name. So what happened is like, I basically got that name, like I got the gamer tag because I got it when I had my PlayStation 3, and then it just happened to be available everywhere because it's so unique. But my friends gave me that nickname because we went out for dinner, like me and a whole bunch of our friends, and we went for sushi, and I may have eaten like $100 worth of sushi, which is fine. I'm like, this is totally fine. It's completely fine. We were going to the movies after, and then when we got to the movies, Matt was like, Shannon, you don't need any more snacks. I'm like, what do you mean I don't need any more snacks? Like, you just ate $100 worth of sushi. You don't need any more snacks. I was like, no, I do though. I do need more snacks. And they were like, no, you don't. You can't. I was like, no frozen yogurt, nothing. No snacks. And I was so upset. I'm like, this is actual BS. I was so pouty in the theater. And the movie started, and the people beside me felt so bad for me that they were sharing their popcorn with me. Like, I ate a stranger's food. I ate their popcorn.
Oh
Because I
my
was
god.
so desperate for sex. This is really good. So, one of my smarter moves.
That's
And then they
amazing.
thought it was hilarious. So they're like, oh, you're snackless.
That's awesome.
And yeah, and then it kind of stuck. So yeah,
That's
that's
great.
how I got that name.
Those are the
Literally,
best
I
nicknames.
ate their popcorn. They were fine with it.
Those are the best nicknames, are the ones that somebody just
Yeah.
dubs you.
Yeah.
That's great. So, what are your thoughts? This is gonna be a deeper question. What are your thoughts on the Destiny community in general? Like, just the
Okay,
overall
well,
Destiny
my
community.
overall thoughts on the Destiny community is that I love
She
them.
hates
I love,
them.
yeah, I hate them. I hate being a part of this community. I don't know how I got stuck in this situation. No, I love the Destiny community. I'm very fond of them. I would say that in my experience, like over 95% of my experiences in the Destiny community have been extremely pleasant. And I think that's incredible. And I also feel like it's a bit on your mindset. Like I choose to fall in love with the Destiny community every day. I choose to fall in love with my stream every day. When I'm tired and I'm exhausted and I taught all day and maybe I don't want to be here, or when I see something that maybe like I could take one way and I choose to take it another, in another stream or interacting with someone in person. And not every experience in your life is going to be pleasant, even in something that you love. So I choose the Destiny community every day. I choose to love them and I choose to see the positives in them. And for me, I mean, people are very, very kind to me in the Destiny community and out, and so I feel very blessed because of that. But I think I've seen some incredible things happen in this community. I'm proud to be a part of this community. I feel like that's my summary. I can give you more specifics if you like, or if you have more specific questions.
Yeah, definitely. Do whatever you like. The floor is yours. Please give examples if
Like,
you want.
I think that the craziest thing about the Destiny community is that when I started streaming, I didn't know any other streamers. And then the thing that was interesting with my stream is that I got a lot of attention really fast because I was streaming with the PlayStation camera. So there was like hundreds of people in my stream, and I had never watched anyone else's stream. And so the interesting thing about that was that people came to me, and so like for example, somebody was like, oh hey, like we should tell someone named Tefty about you. They're like, do you know Tefty or Planet Destiny? I was like, no. I didn't know who they were. I had no idea who they were. And they're like, yeah, like maybe they'd be willing to raid you. I was like, oh, that would be cool. I don't really know what that means, but that'd be cool. And they're like, oh, they bring all their viewers here. Like, I'm like, okay, sure, whatever, that would be great. And so after 3 weeks of streaming, being a brand new streamer, I'd never been in the Planet Destiny stream. I'd never said hi to Tefty once. He raided my stream. So I feel like that's incredible. Like, that's incredible. You don't know anything about me. Someone put a bug in your ear that I might be someone that you would want to support, that you would want to get to know. And he rated my stream, and now I get to be friends with Tefty and memes. And isn't that the neatest thing? Like, that's similar to like how I got to know Gothalion. Like, Goth has rated me 2 times since I was at his house in August. And I mean, that's incredible. That's insane.
Isn't that crazy how that works? Though?
Yes.
Like you you don't know certain streamers, and you just look in the directory and you're like, oh, that person sounds cool, seems cool.
Yeah.
Let's go
Okay.
raid them. You don't even
Yeah.
know these
It
people, and
works
it's
both
just
ways.
like,
Like I'm quite fond of rating
yeah,
like smaller streamers, and then that's
yeah,
it's really interesting because sometimes it's not just them; it's their community, like their community, their small knit community. It doesn't matter that there's 7 people there. Somebody sent me a message and they're like, "You have my respect and my support for your stream. Like you rated my friend, and he only had 2 views, and he just wanted to get the emblem.
aw,
Oh, this just happened." He's like, he was just streaming to get the
that's
emblem,
nice.
and he's like, I can't believe that you would pick his stream. He's like, now he's thinking that he might want to do this more
Aw.
often. He's like, that's so cool. Like,
You could have changed somebody's
yeah,
direction. Yeah, that's
yeah.
amazing. That's like, yeah, you have an influence on people. That's
hmm
great.
As streamers, you have a huge
That's like,
influence on
that's a
people, and
great.
I don't think that should
Oh,
be
that's a.
taken lightly.
Oh no, that's a great thing.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Uh, if you could change anything about Twitch, Nicholas, good or bad, like take away or give it to, what would you what
Right
changes
now,
would
I
you
would
make if you were
absolutely
in
get rid of
control?
that newsfeed on the following tab on the right-hand side. I can't stand that thing. If you haven't
I think
given,
everybody
yeah, if
agrees
you
with
haven't
that.
given your support to have that removed, please click where it says like review me. Please click that button and say that you hate it. I put
I
strongly
actually clicked
disagree
that
for
button and said that I love it because it's
okay.
a great idea.
No, you
So
No, I
everyone
didn't.
other
actually
He's a
than
no,
me,
I'm not
liar.
kidding.
you
I'm
love
not
it.
kidding.
Did you
I
really?
Why
got
do you
an
like
email
it?
from Twitch RPG and I get what? Because it's an amazing thing that's underutilized.
Tax, thanks for the follow. I know. Okay, so maybe there's a better way to use that because right now I can't stand that thing. Or maybe we
No,
could put it somewhere else. I don't know. I don't
no,
like
it
it.
should. It's perfect where it's at.
Are you crazy? All right.
I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding.
I don't know how
Wow.
I right now I don't like that. I would change that. Something
It's
else I
not
saw
going
someone
anywhere. Is what
mention.
Hassan told me.
Oh lordy. Really? Oh no. God, I should have just messaged him. More. So and then something else I saw somebody mention is that they said that there should be like more exposure for smaller streamers, that they should have like
Ooh, I
yeah,
like
but
that.
then on that note, like I clicked on that Discover tab a few times and I was lurking in some kind of cool streams. I'm not really sure like how I feel about that, but I feel like that's something that they could explore that might be headed in the right direction. Um, I don't know. What other things do I that's a whole lot of things to cover. I don't know. I think that what Twitch does in general, overall, I like their setup. I like how things are organized. I think there's a lot of options for things that we like. There's really clear-cut information, which is really helpful. I I like that. I like that there's a variety in almost everything that we have on here. So like that you can have like so many different panels, that you can edit your profile, that you can make like your space on Twitch your own. I like that part of Twitch. Like
Yeah.
I think that if you click on someone's stream, because we're all in this and it's a similar layout, and there's something special about their stream or the way they have their things laid out or their banners, I think that the ability to do that is important, and I think that it's very obvious when people utilize that. When there's
Yeah.
cohesiveness in their stream.
Personalization,
Yeah.
definitely.
I don't know. I'm just trying. I don't know. I think I complain about things on occasion. I try not to complain about things, but I do like every now and then. And I can't think of anything else that I may have complained about recently. Although I'm sure there was something. Oh yeah. Okay. Also like that whole quality options thing. That isn't. That
Oh
is
yeah.
not a problem. Like I have permanent quality options. Thank goodness. But
Yeah.
not. But that's
They
really
they
rare for like non-partner streamers to have permanent quality options. Is it
well they lowered it now.
good?
It's like I think you need 10
That's
viewers.
so
Yeah.
good.
Which is not
No, that's
bad.
way
Yeah, that's
better.
pretty good.
That's way better.
They lowered the quality option
Yo, I
requirements
can
for
make 10
viewership or
virtual
viewers to
machines
get
on
that.
the
Yeah,
computer
PC Yoshim Alex, you got
and
this.
then just freaking, there we
They
go.
okay, so they lowered the encoding
Good.
requirements to get encoding options, and they also lowered like other stuff. There's like it's like easier to get
I heard
partnered
that.
now.
Yeah.
They're growing slowly. It's still Twitch is still. I don't know if you ever watched Justin TV. Twitch is still like Twitch is a spin-off of that. So Twitch is still just like really in its
Yes,
infancy.
I
It hasn't even
completely
been
agree.
a site for 10 years. I think it's only been a site for like I think they're coming up on
That's
their
kind of
5-year
crazy.
anniversary, I
Wow.
believe. It's crazy to think, yeah. It's like how far it's grown like this quickly. That it was already
It's
bought for
amazing.
like what was it, 980 million I think by
Yeah.
Amazon. It's
Thanks
pretty
for the follow,
big.
you guys. if you don't know what's happening right now, JC Davey is interviewing me. We're just talking about Destiny, Twitch, some stuff to do with our community. And so I'd really appreciate it if you could click on the multi-link so that you could show him some support or open his stream entirely on its own. That would make me very happy. Thank you for supporting him. Thank you for hanging out for our interview. It's important to me that we show the same love and respect to him that you do to me. So if you could please do that, I would be very thankful. Click on it. Click it. Are you streaming the interview?
Okay,
Well, I can't. Okay, I'm streaming, and JC Davies interviewing me, and I'm just running around. So you need to be. If you want to watch what he's doing, he's streaming the actual interview. I hope that makes sense.
And yeah, they can hear me, so they pretty much have it all covered.
They
if
can
they're
still
your
go there
stream.
and follow you.
And it'll be on YouTube later, and I'll give you the
Okay.
link and all that. So it's cool. Smalix, you have the next set of questions.
What one are we at?
We are at the content creators.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about your community on Twitch and the people in it.
Sure.
Okay.
My community on Twitch exists of individual snacklets, many of who belong to our clan, which is called the Hungry Army. I think that when people come to my stream, they like to complain to me, like other streamers, and they like to say, like, they're like, Snackless, why do you have all the nice viewers? They're like, why is everybody nice? Hang up. They're like, why don't you have any jerks? Like, why don't you give any trolls? Because my community is so stinking sweet. They're so nice to me all the time. They're so kind and lovey-dovey. They're really kind of like sappy though. They're kind of like, they get upset if I read a storybook that has like a sad ending, or like, if like my character, if my character dies, or like if we're naming, I try to spoil the hell out of them. Like I'm like, oh, like let's name characters after you guys. So then I like run a raffle for them, and then they don't win, and then they're like completely devastated. It's like the end of the world. Like, good gracious. So I try to spoil them. I try. You can try and tell me different, but I know that's exactly what you guys are like. So they're really sappy and sweet. They take extraordinarily good care of me. I just adore them. They're so cute, like, and they're extremely supportive. I remember when they asked me to make the Hungry Army for them, when they were like, hey, can you make a clan? I was like, nope. They're like, why? I was like, because I'm not going to be some loser who has a clan that no one belongs to. This is me. I was like, I'm not doing it. I was like, we are having no clan. There will be no clan here. And then I thought about it, and then I was like, listen, I'm like, I'm going to think about it. I'm like, what would we name it? So we actually came up with all of these names together in my stream, and then we're actually on our second clan for the Hungry Army, but our first clan had like 170 members in a month. I was like, wow. Okay, sorry about that. You know, when you, in hindsight, I was like,
you guys
okay,
were right.
I'm sorry. I was like, please accept my apology. But they're so cute. They're so sweet. Like I try never to take them for granted. They put a smile on my face every day. They're so generous. I don't know. I'm so proud of them. They're a perfect fit.
Can I hear some of the names that didn't win?
What?
Because I think that would be cute if you remember them. Like some of the clan names
they were
that
hilarious.
didn't win.
Okay, so when we were making that was the time of Crota. So like everyone had the same, right? Like, you know, when Crota was like the best time of Destiny, that's like what I look back on so fondly. And so like, oh my goodness, I just blew up my sparrow. And so all of the names that we were coming up with were like spin-offs from Crota. So like all of them were like, so it was like the word of Crota. So it was like the hunger of Snackless, or like the word of Snackless, or the word of hunger. They were all like they were all spin-offs of like the guns. So funny. Some of them were so cheesy.
Were you just like, this content's not going to last forever?
I know,
Let's
right?
make a
The
name
last
that will.
snack. It was so funny. All
cute.
of them were like based off of guns. Yeah, you guys can post them if you're here for that discussion and you remember them. They were so silly. I liked puns though too. And then basically we wanted something with longevity and something that would describe the members. And I feel like I'm always surprised at who comes to join our clan to support my stream. Like there's some people in our clan who are exceptionally good players, and I find it extremely humbling to have a clan and have people be so willing to broadcast that on their name while they're playing and to represent me. Is sometimes I just have to like sit back and I look at my stream and like how far it's come, and the people who are so loyal and devoted to representing myself in my stream, and it's hard. It's kind of hard to swallow. It's just such a
You're
weird.
just blown away by like having
Well, I know
followers
it's
there.
yeah, it's enough to have people who come to your stream and spend their time here, but then like for them to believe so strongly in what we do that they would represent our clan is a huge
Yeah.
compliment.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Pretty well,
God,
they
I
love
want
you.
to
Yeah.
rip
Yeah.
off my cock and feed it to
Um,
someone's dog.
Along the
Alex,
lines
wanna
of
field the next
My
community,
question?
ass.
Mhm.
What other content creators or Twitch streamers within the community inspire you to stream?
Oh my gosh. Okay. One of the female streamers that I personally look up to a lot is Shifty Five. She's so great. We have very different personalities, and I kind of like that. Like I like to learn from people that are a little bit different, and like I just kind of watch and learn how she deals with people who maybe aren't as sweet and kind, because that's something that I struggle with. And I think that her like lighthearted nature and her sass is a really great way to kind of tackle those things, and so I admire that aspect of her. I also spend a lot of time with Lori Pops because I love her energy, and I know that
Love her.
we have parts of our like personalities are very similar, and so I spend a lot of time there cheering her on. As far as like male content creators, I'm a fan of some of these smaller streamers. Like I really enjoy watching people who are willing to give away their talents and their time to have a difference in people's lives. And I feel like sometimes people think that they don't have something to offer when they do. And I know why people come to my stream. They come here for me. They don't come here for PvP. They don't come here for a carry. I know why they come to my stream. And so I watch a streamer called I'm Sick With It, and he's a smaller streamer. And he's a big supporter of mine, but I watch his stream. Oh,
That's cool.
he's someone who uses his time and his talents and his energy to help people. Similar to like Crafty. I adore Real Crafty.
Yeah.
Like, man, that guy is just so cool. I spend so much time with him.
I love crap.
And some of the streamers from BSK, I spent so much time with them when I went to DestinyCon. They were like, I didn't have a vehicle, obviously, because I was visiting from Canada, and I was staying with my friend, and they were so generous with their time, and they took me everywhere with them, and they're just so kind. And like, once again, like Crafty just uses his time to carry people, like, because that's what he wants to do. He wants to help those people, and I think that's incredible. I think it's really nice to see that. And I think people forget that. Like, yes, this is like, for some people, this is their full-time job, but they still don't have to do that. You can be good at PvP and not help anyone. You can be good at raiding and not help anyone. It's your choice to have an impact on people.
That's a great answer. Schmalix, I'm going to ask the next question. Schmalix, I'm going to save the final question for you. I just want to set up these last two questions by saying that after these last two questions, we are going to open the questioning up to... Guys, if you're in my stream, we're going to open the questioning up into Snackless's chat after
Okay.
the interview, just to any questions you might have
Sounds
for
good.
her. And we're also going to let Snackless like make any statements that she'd like to make, like if she has anything to
Sure.
add.
That sounds good.
But okay, my final question. The Smax is you're gonna have the next final question. My final question though is, going forward, what goal are you proud of having accomplished so far? What goals, and what with your stream, and like what goals are you like looking forward
Okay. I think, I think that I'm incredibly proud to have reached like 10,000 followers. I didn't, it's so funny because I started streaming on such a whim. I never set any initial goals or expectations for myself. And so I find myself once again to be continually humbled by like the results of just like putting myself out there every day. It's kind of been a really weird experience. And so I'm really proud of that. I'm also incredibly proud of the people that I get to surround myself around every day. Like I mean, I didn't even know how to mod someone when I started my stream. Like my friend came in my stream and was like, click my name and click this button. And now I have like, in my opinion, some of the most incredible mods on Twitch. Like they're amazing. They're so selfless, and they took it upon themselves to learn and to grow and to like be a part of our community and help everyone here. So I'm quite proud of them. I'm also really proud of the cool events that we put on for the Snacklets. And so like whenever there's any sort of like holiday or event, I try to spoil the Snacklets. Now this is interesting because when I first started streaming, I was extremely against giveaways. And the reason that I was against giveaways is because I was like, I don't need to use giveaways to get viewers. I'm like, I don't need to put that in my title. I don't need to like use people. I don't think I don't think that that's a worthy use of my time or my energy or what I'm doing. And so I'm just really glad that I could shift that mindset and turn that into a way that I could spoil the snacklets. And so we ran like a Valentine's Day date campaign for these guys. And so they could sign up to have like doubles dates or carries with me. And then we go on Destiny date together, and then they could sign up for like a Valentine's Day postcard. And like last year I handmade 80 cards, Christmas cards, and I mailed them out to the snacklets.
God, I
And
wanna
then
rip
I've
off
done
my
like I
cock
did
and
special
feed it to
Halloween
someone's
streams, and I
dog.
give them like
Fuck.
snack packages. And
My
even when I flew down
ass.
to the States the past 2 times for TwitchCon and for DestinyCon, I took gifts and things with me so I could spoil them. And so I think anytime you can change your mindset on anything in your life, I think that's a reason to celebrate, because it's not an easy thing to do. And then I think in moving forward, obviously, my goal, along with many other people's goal in my stream and as individual streamers, is to partner my stream. And I know I've been really close to that goal many times, at which point I probably should have applied and didn't. So I'm going to continue to push that goal, because I know that my stream can make it. I know they can make it to partnership. And I once again, I mean, I think that partnership comes with a title that everybody wants, but partnership has never been the focus of my stream, because partnership is not the end all be all goal of my stream. Because I think when you have that view, it has a negative impact on you and your stream, because if all you ever care about is partnering your stream, and that's all you work towards, when you finally get there, then what are you going to do? And I think it becomes very apparent to people that then they're at a loss. It's like when you set goals for yourself, you should always continue to change and challenge yourself, because achieving a goal is an incredibly great thing. But I never wanted to be complacent in anything in my life, and I didn't want to be complacent in streaming either. And so although I realize many people's goal is to help me partner this stream, mine is to continue to grow and to continue to spoil the snacklets, because I know that partnership for this stream is inevitable. We'll just have to keep pushing forward, because I know we're going to get there.
I
Yeah.
agree with that, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And you're having fun. That's like the most
Yes.
important thing.
Absolutely.
And you've got a amazing community. I don't get there as often as I'd like, but whenever I'm there, it's like a family. It's like a little
It's like,
great
yeah,
community.
they're like a little niche.
That's what I love about Destiny, though. These great little communities inside a big community. It's like, and everybody knows each other.
Yes.
I'll run into Snackless in like 20 different
Yes.
streams in a
Yes.
day, and it's like we all just like run
I
into
try to
each other.
be,
It's
yeah.
great.
There's some streams that I try to be present in. It's important to me. It's important to me that I pick streamers that I want to help grow, that I believe in, that I appreciate, that I see qualities in, that I admire. That's why I pick a stream. Like I was never someone who would just shout someone out. I was like the opposite. I'm like, I don't need to suck up to you. Like, I don't need you. Oh gosh.
Schmalix, would you like to answer your final question? And then after Schmalix's question and Snackless' answer, Snackless, you can expound on this however you
Okay.
like, and also then we'll open it up on in your chat to questions. But Schmalix,
All
go
right,
for
to
it.
close out my questions, what advice would you have to any new or existing streamers?
That's a really good question. Okay, this is the advice that I give to anyone who ever asks me anything about streaming. It's very similar advice. I think that if you want to be a streamer, or if you want to be a public figure in any capacity, like in person or not, I think the most important thing that you could ever do is to discover what it is that makes you unique. So why would someone take time out of their day to support you, to follow you, to spend time in your stream? What is it about you that's unique? Like, what makes you special? And if you know the reason to that, then you can find success for many different reasons. So it doesn't, if you look at all of the biggest people on Twitch, they all have different personalities. And even in the Destiny community, you can see that. They're all completely different people. So you can't say to me that you have to be a girl, or that you have to be super positive all the time, or you have to be good at PvP, because all the partner streamers are not all of those things. They're all extremely unique. They just figured out what made them unique and how to target their audience. And so if you know how to do that, then you can continue to grow your stream. And then you can grow your stream in a way that's organic to you. So you don't ever have to feel like you have to change who you are, or what you're doing, or what's going on to grow your stream, because you don't. You just have to figure out why people would want to spend their time with you. And that's a different answer for everyone. And for me, I know what that reason is. I know that people spend time here because of my personality. It was interesting because I used to think they came here for PvP skills, and now I let those go. So now I know that you guys still stay because you let me. Yeah. Do you have any other questions for me, Schmalix?
Yeah, that's an interesting point. Alex, do you have any extra questions? Because these are all my questions, and
yeah.
I just
We
had
split 'em.
Alex like
Actually,
yeah, split them. But
Dad
do you have any questions,
fucking
Alex?
offended me like a motherfucker
Hey.
before this goddamn stream.
What?
Okay. But Alex, do you have any extra questions or no?
It's the hair. Oh yeah, I
No.
forgot about that. Hi, we only hang out here because you have
I do
nice
not.
hair. This is Juicy Davy. Have you ever
No.
heard anyone shout out my stream? Okay, this is what people say. They're like, "Oh, you guys look at Snackless. She's so great. You should go follow her because she's so." And in my head, I'm like, good at PvP, like smart, teacher, like something awesome. Snackless is so pretty. I'm like, what? Snackless is so pretty. She has such nice hair. You should go follow her stream. I'm like, okay, but I'm actually good at this game. And I know.
Yeah, she's
and
like
I know,
really
and I
good
know
at
how
this
to do
game.
things.
I would
and I'm
kill to
I'm-
be your
Yeah,
level
no,
at this
no.
game.
Snackless is really pretty. It's like a pat on the head. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, that's kind. Yeah, that's,
It's fine. I'm not offended by it.
yeah, I
It's just
understand
like, it's
exactly what you're
it's just
talking about.
amusing. I'm like, oh, for heaven's sakes.
it's like I'm a PvP
I
player.
know.
Oh, I will
Yeah,
kill you.
I know. I'm like, come on,
It's
like, and then they're like, oh, did you know BSK was talking about you in their stupid Periscope? I'm like, okay. I'm like, should I? They said that you're the prettiest. I was like, I'm good at this game. It's like, god damn it.
Yeah, it's like I'm actually
I know. I
skilled
was
here.
like, this is,
Like,
I'm like,
come
this
on.
is terrible. I'm like, my clan will kick your ass. That may not be true, but I feel like it's better to say that to them.
Because yeah, I've watched you play and you're actually really good. And I like wish I was like half as
Oh
good
my
as
god.
you. Because you're
Thank
like really
you.
good.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
I don't think Smalix has any more questions for you, so we're gonna open it to the. I did want to talk to about like your. I love your story time. I
Oh
really love that.
yes.
I remember when you started that, and that was just like amazing. I was in a Discord, and I was just like, "You guys gotta go watch this right now. This is amazing."
Thank you.
And I got like everybody in there to go watch you. It was like the best thing
Yeah,
ever. The story
That's really
times are like
evolved.
great.
I've done story time since I started my stream, but it's evolved. So what used to happen is it was like a Q&A, but we called it story time. So I would go to the tower and I would run around and people would ask me questions about my class, about me, about like what's going on. And oh my god, chat, you guys gotta chill. And so I would just answer their questions and everyone seemed to love that. And so we deemed it story time. And so that's how my original story time started. And then one day somebody was like, hey, would you be willing to read us a storybook? And I was like, oh, I'm like, I don't know about that. Like, let me think about it. I'm not sure. Like, I'm not really sure if that's something I want to do. Like, I felt just really nervous about it. I was like, oh man, I feel really apprehensive about this. I don't know. And then I tried it and it was like the biggest hit ever. So it's kind of evolved. Now I kind of just do like, I'll make the screen bigger like this and I'll just talk about my classroom, my kiddos, and my life, and I'll just answer questions in general. And then we even have like a request form. So if people really want me to read a certain book, there's no promises that I'll get to it, but they can request it. And if I have it in my classroom or my house, then there's like a good chance that I'll read it to them.
Now, have you ever thought about making stories about your chat?
Actually, okay, I wanted to be, it's in my life goals to be an author, to write a children's book. And so I have, I've never told this to stream before actually.
Oh, that's cool.
But I have like I have the beginning of what could be like my first book. But I know
Oh my
I've never
God,
told them that because I
nice.
know they'd like freak out. So, it's just something that I kind of got going on the side. Yeah, it would be, but it would be really cool to write a book about you guys, or to have a book inspired by you guys. I think would be a really, really like special thing for me, and for you guys, I think as well. But anyways, if I ever come up with if I ever move forward in that, I will keep you guys posted. I'll let you guys know. Maybe you guys can like be my.
So you're a person of many talents.
Apparently.
Like wow,
If
that's
you,
amazing. Creative, like possible author coming. Wow, this is amazing.
Yeah, I feel like I'm ambitious. I'm willing to try many things. Why not? You have nothing to lose by trying something new.
Well, I knew that when you started playing scary
Holy
games.
Hannah, I don't know how I got it.
Oh, that scary gift. That
Would
was
you like
great.
to be deaf? Like, would you like to lose your hearing? Yeah,
That's so
that
fun.
was terrible. Those screams were
I remember. You were like fearing
I
death.
was, yeah. My heart was like pounding in my chest. Oh god.
Okay, do you have anything to add, Snackless, to this? Like, would you like to
Um,
say anything special before we open it to your chat?
Nothing other than that. I truly, I've said this many times, but my heart belongs to the Snacklets, and I am incredibly, incredibly proud to be a Twitch streamer, a Destiny streamer, and to have your support is humbling every day. And it matters to me that you spend your time here. I know the people who are in my stream, and it makes a difference to me whether you come here for the whole stream, whether you leave a tab open, whether you're just popping. It makes a difference to me, and I know that you're here. And so I just feel like I tell you guys this all the time, but that's what's most important to me. The best way to support a streamer, their community, what they've got going on is not what you think it is. It's not your subscription to their channel. It's not you following them. It's not your donations or your money or your gifts. It's none of those things. It's the time that you spend here and the person you are in their community. That's the best thing you could ever do for anyone who's a streamer. And so I'm thankful that you guys are a part of my community.
That's one thing that stuck with me when I remember you when the first time I heard you say that is like the time is like the most valuable
Yes.
thing. You're giving somebody
Yeah.
your time
Yeah.
basically, and time is money. Time is
Time
like
is the
very
most
important.
valuable thing that you could give is
Yeah.
your time and attention to someone, and you guys give that to me every day. Isn't that incredible? It's the best gift that you could give anyone. I'm so grateful for you guys. Oh lordy, chat, you guys gotta chill.
Chat, do you have any questions for Snackless? If anybody wants to ask Snackless a question for this interview, please ask her in her chat, not in mine, because I am hardcore ignoring the
Oh,
chat.
are
right
you?
now.
I'm
So
reading
please.
I'm reading
Yeah.
your guys' comments. I'm just not talking to you.
So does anybody have any questions for Snackless from Snackless's chat?
Justin, do you have any questions?
They got it. There's like a slight delay.
Yeah, I know
so.
there is. How do you balance work life and stream? What are some of the challenges you face when doing so? Oh my gosh. That's been a challenge for Wathfi and I, absolutely. So yeah, I teach kindergarten full time. I teach 2 classes, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. And so
Oh, wow.
I work really hard to do my best at work every day, but that is my job. And so I still have a life outside of that. Wathfi and I have tried to adjust my stream schedule. So I take 1 day always for sure off per week and sometimes 2. And that helps because the day that I have off, I always plan to spend with Wathfi. We also reduced my stream time, which wasn't something that I wanted to do, but something that I had to do for my health. Like I found like I was sick all the time because I would stay up late streaming, get no sleep, go to work all day, give it my best, come home, nap. Matt would feed me, and then I would go stream.
Yeah.
And so we've shifted my stream time so it's earlier so I can have like a more regular bedtime. And we just kind of decided to take a little bit better care of me. So that's what I do. But challenges are absolutely having my friends, my family, and my husband that I'm trying to juggle on top of all those other things.
I've actually noticed that shorter streams, like not like 8-hour streams, like 4 or 5 hour streams, as long as they're consistent schedule, like they really people like
They do.
appreciate that. They get into a routine.
Yeah, absolutely. My stream, like my viewers are very, very supportive of my length of stream no matter how long it is, and so I'm really glad for that. But yeah, it's been something that I had to shift. It's been a little bit different. I think it was difficult. Can you explain the challenge to me? Yeah, okay, so I'm also Gathalion kind of put out this challenge in his YouTube video that just said basically that we were doing this like perma-Destiny challenge. So basically you start a new character, and if you die, you have to delete your character and start again. So I am really good at not dying in this game, as I'm sure you've seen. And so I'm only on my third. After like 3 hours, I'm only on my third hunter, damn it.
It's basically hardcore.
Holy.
It's basically hardcore mode from Diablo
Yeah, so
3.
basically,
It's like that if you ever played Diablo 3.
like lots of people are doing it a bit, like we all have the same premise. So if you die, you restart your character. But then outside of that, people are doing different things. Like for me, I just want to get to level 40 and then use my hunter. Like I don't want to restart exotics, blah, blah, blah. I just want to get to level 40 without dying because that's
I
a
forgot to
challenge.
ask. Do you get to keep your items?
If you die, no.
You get to
Heck
keep
no.
what you find?
No.
Wow, you get to you have to
Yes, I
delete
deleted my
everything
character.
on your character.
I deleted
wow.
that hunter 3 times yesterday.
Wait, so what happened? Let me ask you a
Yes.
question though. Let's say you do this perma-Destiny
Yeah.
challenge. You have this new character. Do you only? Is it like Bear Grylls? Do you only like to get what you find? You only can use what you find,
no,
or do
I'm
you
only
like?
using what I find until I hit level 40, and then I'm going to transfer over like all my stuff, and then I'm going to use my hunter. That's not what I think. Like Goth wants to.
What if your character dies though with stuff you brought from
Well,
your
then
vault? Does
I'm
that
not going to delete. Like
items
once I
die
hit
too?
level 40, I'm not going to delete my character.
Okay.
Again. That's not what other people are
Oh,
doing. But
gotcha, gotcha. Okay.
I don't have enough time. That's the other thing too. Is like time is a thing. Like I'm a part-time
Yeah.
streamer. Like I stream every day, so you could consider that full-time. But like I can't stream for 8 hours. Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
so I deleted my hunter to start with. That didn't count. But I've had 2 deaths for the permadeath state. You're gonna do it on another
okay.
account? Yeah, sure. I totally think. I am doing this because I wanted to try and fall in love with Destiny a little bit again, and I was having fun. It's frustrating though. Is the other thing. Like, I mean, I died right away on one of them, and then I died when I was like level 6 or something. So, I mean, if I'm level 39 and I die, rage may ensue. You're gonna do Underworld Echo.
Yeah, that would be bad.
Like terrible. Thank you, Brody. I appreciate the compliments. That's so cute. Shorter streams
any
are like
other
movies
questions?
starring Snackless and the Snackless. So cute.
Yeah.
You guys are so adorable.
Any other questions? I didn't notice.
I don't think I haven't seen any other questions. If you have any other questions, we'd be
Oh,
happy
what's
to
your
ask them.
favorite band and singer? Constancio said, "What's your?" Or no,
I don't
Fred
think I
said, "What's
have
your
one, to
favorite
be
band
honest.
and singer?"
Maybe like I don't know. I like the
Really?
Chainsmokers. I'm not.
I would have pegged you for like a
Are
Slayer
you
fan.
serious?
No, I'm
Okay.
joking.
I
I'm
don't.
joking.
Also, don't get jokes.
I would have
Hi, I'm
seen you as
Snackless,
like a
and I
Cannibal
don't
Corpse
get-
fan.
Oh, you
No,
don't
I'm
get jokes.
terrible at jokes. Oh my god, I'm like, really? I'm just extremely gullible. What levels did you die on? 0. Didn't even hit level 1. Whatever you start with, I died. I died one of those damn trip mines in the stupid start. I can't even. It was horrible. I was reading my chat. Anyway, lesson learned. And then I also got blown up by that stupid. I call them metal crabs, but the walker. I got blown up by that thing, and I was like level 6 or something. Like that. Why is our clan better than BSK? Because you're in it. Don't tell Louis. Oh my
That's
god.
amazing.
Who was I was talking another streamer to their face. Like who was that? I think it was probably Crafty, because when him and Hedon were drunk, I carried the hell out of them and I have picture proof. I was like, hi.
Oh my god.
I'm better than you. I'm
That's
not better
amazing.
than him at all. I was just teasing him. It was funny. I thought it was funny. Listen,
That is
my
pretty
nicknames for things are better. Hi, Drifty Pro. Metal crabs, right? Robot Groot. You know, I have better names for things than you do. If you could visit any place in the
Little
world, where
Nipple
would you
has
visit?
a
Costa Rica, because the one and only sloth sanctuary is there.
Ooh.
And sloths, 3-toed sloths are my favorite animal, and I know lots about them. And lots of times we do sloth fact of the day. I love them.
You know who else is there, Snackless? My boy SMS.
I know. We talked a
Costa
little bit
Rica.
about that. I know. I'm like, I want
With
to
the
move there. I was
coconuts.
like, how's your internet?
It's bad.
Uh,
Don't do it.
I don't know. I can talk to BSK. I feel like you guys are kind of crazy. We should probably practice. Good lord.
I saw a question somebody asked. Yeah, tell her to play PvP and get him Marco the Unbroken from Little Nipple.
What? I have a. Oh, I don't know if I have that. I'm not sure. Spit out some sloth facts. Okay, sure. There's
He
2
probably
different kinds of
has that.
sloth. Yeah, probably. There's 2 different kinds of sloths: 3-toed and 3-toed and 2-toed. All sloths have 3 toes in the back, and then 2-toed sloths have 2 in the front, and 3-toed sloths have 3 in the front. And 3-toed sloths have like thick, coarse hair that grows like moss on them. And 2-toed sloths have like long, kind of softer, fluffy-looking hair. 3-toed sloths also look like they're smiling. So they're the ones with like the dark marks around their eyes and mouth, and that makes them appear to be smiling all the time. 2-toed sloths look more like little piggies. They have like big, wet, piggy noses. Uh-oh. Yeah. There you go. You have a sloth. I wish.
How does it-
No, I don't have one. Oh, I have one adopted.
How does it feel like? How does it feel knowing that one of the biggest Twitch emotes is OS Sloth? Like, does that make
Okay,
you
right.
happy?
So you know what? So when sloths became like a bigger deal on the internet, my friends were like,
Uh-huh.
"Hey, are you mad about that? That you actually like sloths and love them and know everything about them? Like, how do you?" And then I was like, "Okay, I'm kind of annoyed because they're like, I'm like, I'm the real sloth lover. Like, I know everything about
You're like
them.
a hipster?
Excuse me, I know." Like, but
That's
then
great.
I'm also like, well, they probably deserve some more exposure. So
And
I
more
know, but then we got all these
recognition, yeah.
fake sloth lovers. So I'm like,
But you know, maybe it'll open the eyes to some
exactly,
people
exactly.
who
So then we
weren't
can
sloth
have
lovers
like more
before. Yeah.
sloth lovers around. I think I think it's gonna be an okay thing. I try not to
Amazing.
be like too crazy, but I sometimes want to be like, no, I'm the real sloth lover. I love them since I was 5. I'm like,
You're
do
the
you know
OG.
everything about sloths? Like, and then I'm like, hey, don't be crazy. So,
You can call out fake
oh,
sloth lovers,
100%.
then, yeah.
I'm like, what's your favorite kind of sloth?
And they're like, what?
Yeah.
There's more than what?
Yeah. If you were a
That's
dessert,
awesome.
which dessert would you be? Chocolate cake. What is your favorite memory from streaming? Oh, that's a really good question. I've answered that question before, but I
That is a
can't
great
remember what I
question.
said though. Like I remember answering that.
I might steal that for
That's a
future
good one.
interviews. Thank you. Whoever asked that.
My favorite memory from stream. I don't know. One of my favorite times in stream was like Valentine's Day when there was like the doubles and stuff. Like I really enjoyed that. I had a really great time with my community doing that. What? I don't know. I think like some events from our stream, like our first like 24-hour stream was like pretty memorable. My birthdays, like it's you guys who make the streams really memorable. I don't know. I can't think of anything like specifically. There's just so many times that you guys make me feel like so special and so wonderful that it makes it kind of like hard to think of like one specific thing. So what is your? Okay, I think I answered all those questions.
Okie doke. Let's see.
I don't know. I can't think of. I can't think of anything
That's it.
specific. Why is that so difficult?
What's your biggest raid? Was it
Oh
Goth?
yeah.
Nice.
Well,
What's your second biggest
Prod
raid?
and Crafty are probably I am extremely. I know
Oh,
when I
Prod,
talk about
yeah.
this, people are like, "What the?" I'm extremely well supported by the Destiny community. Like almost all of the top streamers have rated my channel. So like, the longest.
How could anybody
Oh
not
my
love
God.
Snackless?
The
right?
longest follow streak I ever had was from Prod though.
Right.
It was
Prod is
it was over
amazing. I
10
love
minutes
his
of
raids.
follows of my like 10.
Yeah, easily.
It was crazy. It was honestly it was nuts. It was
I don't think a raid exists that's hard as Prod.
no,
Prod
because
is
his
like
community,
the
his
king of the
community
raid.
is so there.
Yeah.
I was teasing Prod. I was hanging out with him at TwitchCon. TwitchCon? Yeah, I was hanging out with him and I was teasing him. I was like, "Hey, I'm like, your community is like full of cheese balls. They're like, I love you, Prod. Marry me, Prod. I want you to be my. Let me come over. Say my name." So I was like teasing him, and Constantia was like, "You know that your community is exactly like that." I was like, "What?" Oh my God! And then I was like, "Okay, that might be
Funny.
kind of true. You guys are a little bit like that. Like, so adorable." So I was teasing Prod, and then I was like, okay, that's pretty much my community. But because of that, like his community presence is so strong. I think it's amazing. Honestly, like watching that, I'm like, wow, like they are so supportive of you. That's incredible.
Yeah, I like Prod. He's really, he was like the first person I saw in the community who was all about raiding people, you know. And now it's like raids are like a foregone conclusion now. Raids
Yeah,
and
I
hosts.
think that's you know what? Here's something too. Okay, so as you grow your stream, here's something that I do that I shouldn't. Sometimes I look at my viewers and I'm like, wow, that's not worth rating someone, which is a terrible view to have. But it's because I set really high standards for myself. So I'm like, wow, like, does it even matter? It matters. When I remember this, when Kay rated me, she sent me 50 viewers, and that was when my stream I was trying to grow, and it was the biggest deal to me. It was such a big deal. Like, I was so grateful. So don't ever think that it doesn't matter. When you host someone or you raid them or you send your viewers somewhere, it doesn't matter how many people. They're going to appreciate it all the same. You don't have to have 100 people in your stream to raid someone. You don't. Like, you just have to have the right mindset. You guys are so cute.
Okay, any other questions?
Someone else asking, do you and Wathfi ever call each other Snackless and Wathfi are all around the house? Everybody calls me Snack. I don't usually call Matt Wathfi because I have other nicknames for him, but he calls me Snack all the time. What time's the giveaway? Let's probably like after I start playing games, so like maybe 2:30.
What nicknames do you have for him, if I may ask?
I call him,
Yeah.
you know, I call him all the time. I call him M, just like the letter M. I'm like M. I call him Matthew all the time, but I like change how I say his name. So I'm like Matthew. I'm like Matthew. I'm just like very. Oh my God! Like when I go to wake him up, I'm like, "Good morning, Matthew," and then if he grouches at me, I'm like, "Good morning." I think Like I just vary how I say it. He calls me like I have probably like 30 nicknames. Like my sister, this is kind of funny. You guys have got to kick out of this. My Asian relatives have obviously an accent as they are Chinese, and so they when they say my name, they say it like Shinin. So like Shinin, Shinin instead of Shannon. So my sister calls me Shinin, and then like sometimes like I'll talk about these things on stream. So now everyone has like all these crazy nicknames for me. Like I try, okay, my chat's like so lovey-dovey. They come and they're like, "Hi, snacky baby poo, cute face," and I tried to have all their nicknames, like you know how you can highlight it with like BBTV, but then you come up with all these ridiculous names, so then it won't highlight them, and I'm like, good lord. Like I put on like snacks, snacky. Like somebody calls me Snacky Chan. It's like Jackie Chan. I'm like, oh my god. Yo, Snacky Chan.
Oh my god, that's great.
Mhm.
Well, I think that's about it. Thank you very much for joining
My
me today, and I
pleasure.
hope everybody had a great time. Schmalix, I gotta say thank you, Schmalix, for being a co-interviewer. You were awesome. You were great. And Snackless, I wish you like all the best in all your goals because you're
Thank you.
amazing and you're an amazing part of the Destiny community. And thank you guys for watching and dealing with my bad interview.
Oh my god, I thought you did a
No, I'm
great
just
job.
kidding.
Who knew Schmalix had such a
Oh,
smooth
thank you.
voice? Schmalix, you can come whisper in my
Yeah, he
ear
does.
anytime.
He actually
Like, good
does have a pretty
gracious.
good voice.
When should you come play?
Well, now I'm gonna host a streamer. I don't know exactly who to host. Let me see.
Okay, I'm
Oh,
gonna
okay, I
hop out
get
of
it.
here so I'm not talking.
I hosted you. I
Me?
hosted you, so take care.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
yeah. I just wanted to do the interview. I didn't want to actually play that much today. But I hope you have a great stream. I'll be in the stream to watch. And good luck on the giveaway
Thank
and
you.
everything. And
Thanks
take
so
care.
much. Really appreciate it. Bye.
Have a good day.
You guys, if you
Bye.
if you haven't followed JC Davy, if you could please do that. JC Davy has been so kind and patient with me. Honestly, like when I first started streaming, I didn't belong to any streaming groups, and JC Davy was like, "Hey, would you like to belong to Streamer House?" And I was like, "What's that?" And he took time to explain that to me. Like I had no idea. Thank you, JC Davy. I had no idea about any of those things, and I'm so thankful for his patience. He's just so incredibly patient
Anytime. It was fun.
and wonderful.
I love getting people on stream
I
teams,
know.
and you are amazing.